Hey everyone, hope all is well. Shout out to Soul Rising and anyone else who may have sent me this video. Yeah, I saw this and I just thought, oh my gosh. Here we go again. I just cannot comprehend the thinking pattern, or I guess the lack thereof. So good evening to you. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Let's see what the Dusties do. And this is what they do. They destroy the community. They destroy services. They just kill out. Besides human beings, which is the most precious thing in life, they kill dreams. They kill anything of an opportunity. They kill any possible way to make a living. This is what they do. Somebody created this, some man and some woman. Somebody gave birth to this, somebody raised this. Somebody is housing and feeding this. More than likely, you and I pay for the food that goes in their mouths or where they live. Government, our tax dollars. And this is the return, if it applies. I don't know them, thank goodness. This is a return on the investment. They grow up. I mean, and look in the area. You can tell it's in the hood here. Wow, it's trash everywhere. That's right. Hoodness is next to dirtiness. Yeah, that's right. Look, you can tell. Look at all the trash and the litter. Hey, hood boogers. They're dirty. So in case you haven't seen, let's go ahead and look at the video tip again. Shout out to Soul Rising. These kind of things that just break my heart. Human life wasted. The victims' lives wasted. Their loved one full of, trauma, what Dusty Spring. And then we're stuck with the ones that commit the crime. So here we've got two guys here in a hoodie. Somebody's there. Someone's in the vehicle. Here's a little shoe print, and someone's parsed in the vehicle. The driver, and then looks like there's a girl here. So let's get to it. Fair use. Let's see what the Dusties do.
New video shows a shooting on Saturday night in Harlem that left a cab driver and a 15-year-old boy critically wounded. Police say the teen standing outside the vehicle got into an argument with an unidentified man inside the car. That man fired several shots, hitting the teen in the torso and the 24-year-old cab driver in the head. Both are now in critical condition. So far, no arrests. The NYPD releasing surveillance images of several people they now want to talk to.
Turning to the pen.
It happened so fast.
Saturday night in Harlem that left a cab driver and a 15-year-old boy critically wounded. Police say the teen standing outside the vehicle got into an argument with an unidentified man inside the car. That man fired several shots, hitting the teen in the torso and the 24-year-old cab driver in the head. Both are now in critical condition. So far, no arrests. The NYPD releasing surveillance images of several people they now want to talk to.
Did you all notice something? Hold on. I want you to see this. After the shooting goes down, somebody around here goes to the other side of the car. I'm like, what the heck is he doing?
Several shots, hitting the teen in the torso and the 24-year-old cab driver in the head.
What's he doing?
Both are now in critical condition. So far, no arrests. The NYPD releasing surveillance images of several.
Young and dumb. A Dusty, 1, 2, 3, and a Dustina. If anybody knows them, you know how we do on this channel. Call the police, call the number, get the money, and invest it. Okay? Here's the number, 1-800. It's looks like it's 577. 1-800-577-8477. How can they not be found? Look at the photos. Dusties, 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 Dustina. So now the Cabbie is critically injured. Hospital bills, hospital stay. Probably won't be back at work for a minute. And then if he's able to, who wants to do this kind of job again after this horrifying experience? Near death, if you ask me, experience. Dusties bring drama, and the Dustinas. Dusties bring trauma. The financial implications is too much dust in the nation. And look at this. These are young people. You know how to run and shoot. You can get your behind a job to boot. You really can. Can't control their emotions. And I hate to tell you this. This is one thing that ignorance and poverty brings. There's so much dysfunction, okay? A whole lot of dysfunction goes on with this. A whole lot of dysfunction goes on when you have people like this. A whole lot of dysfunction goes on. So a lot goes wrong, and they are also not respected. Oh, heck no. Nobody respects them. Nobody respects the one that put them here. They're not respected. So the least little thing, a least little difference, before you know it, is popped off. You look up, what happened? Oh, that person was mean mugging me. Okay, they gave you a look, and you start shooting. Quick question. Let's have a conversation about that. When the same ones that behave like that, stop and think. When they go into other communities of people that don't look like them, especially if they're going to their mama's job or to visit someone, when they go into other communities and it's a totally different environment, there's not trash everywhere, there's actually decency, there's a thing called, wow, these people care about their property value. I know, to Dustinas and Dusties, that's something that's like, it's a foreign concept. But when they go to other established communities, for whatever reason, you don't think people looking at them half crazy, or they'll get those looks. Or one thing I've noticed that a lot of intelligent people will do when they see people of a lower degree, or what they call low pedigree, they see people that are substandard. And I don't mean by your race. Let's go ahead and take that out. But by the way that you act or look, sometimes people can pick up a vibe. Oh, that's an ignorant person. That's an ignorant person. It's like seeing some girl, she had different colors in her hair, and she had like a little hood vibe and kind of loud. Well, you already know that's a hood booger. You can hear her way over there, and it's like, wow, she just pulled up, and she's just loud and just cackling. Want to be seen. That's why you look like that. You got the attention that you want. But you don't think if they have to venture out into other neighborhoods for whatever reason, that other people might not look at them a certain way. Do you think they start that physical activity, that shooting action there? Just take one of these that's involved in it, okay? Put them in an upscale neighborhood. Let's say the homes are starting at $1 million to put them over there. Hey, $2 or $3 million. Drop them over there, and then let's see what happens. Somebody looks at them, thinking that they're out of place for whatever reason. Okay. Do you think that those same people that's mean mug and do shootings, they're gonna shoot those people? No, of course not. Not gonna shoot them. I'm not gonna shoot some white person that has money if they're living in their area, because number one, they're gonna be on guard, because number one, more than likely they're gonna feel out of place. Number two, they don't hate them as much as they hate themselves. Okay? You're not going to see, very, very unlikely. You have now a robbery, that's different. But I mean, for a simple fact that someone bumps into you or looks at you, they're not going to pull out that gun and get the cap and popping those bullets. No. So why do they do that in their community? Because they hate themselves. They hate themselves. They hate their lives, and they hate anybody that looks like them. And that is why they do that. I'm not saying to go and do that. Yeah, some fool might be listening. Don't even try, because you want to commit a crime. Well, simply said I wasn't going to do that, and I want to pull. I can do that. Fool, keep it moving. Don't get it twisted. Definitely not saying to do that. But my point is, they're not going to go to those areas and behave that way. Why? Number one is already expected, so they already, kind of thinking, yeah, this might be one of them hood boogers, or this one, what they say, undesirable is around. That's what they were using when I was growing up. You have somebody, it's like, wow, I remember this family that moved in. And at first I was like, okay. And really, I would hear white people say, oh, we've got some undesirables to move in. I thought, what are they saying? It's a black family. Then I saw, oh, and this family didn't last long. It was two women with a whole bunch of kids. And I will say, they, quote, tried to buy a house. Woo! They labeled them as undesirables, which I kind of felt some type of way. I thought, why would she say that? Because they're black? No. She already had the dealings with them. She already welcomed them to the neighborhood. Heck, I remember as a teenager welcoming them to the neighborhood, and they looked at me like I was something strange. I'm like, oh, hey, welcome to the neighborhood. We live right here, a few houses down, and, hope you like it here. I'm so-and-so. You give my name. They looked at me like I was from Mars. Just stood there. Hold on. Here's how it went down. Looked at me for a moment, and then just stood there and went back to doing what they were doing. Didn't say a word. And I just thought, that's a strange family. They're really strange. I was like, it's in the daytime, it's not at night. I know you see me. Look, I'm talking. Looked at me like I was strange. And I never forget it. And she was getting, the next thing I know, after looking at me, she just went to her car. The car door was already open, getting some things out. She just went to her car and started getting her thing. And as she was getting her thing, she was still looking at me. I guess get her things a little bit, look around. I was like, what's going on? So I said, man, that's really strange. I was talking to her, being friendly. She just ignored me. Didn't say a word. Then some other little things started happening with her behavior. I mentioned it before, how we all share the alleyway, and they start parking their cars and they're blocking. And it's like, excuse me, would you mind? And so after the second or third time is when I was like, yeah, this is the alleyway, so we all share this. Okay, this is the alleyway. We all share the alleyway. So this is kind of it's not your parking. This is not just yours. You can't just park the car. And I was like, what the heck are these fools from? So I got it. She just labeled them as undesirables. So think about it. If they were to go into a different area, that's why they like that hood, like they like it nasty and trashy. That's what they like. Into a different area, where there's decency, at least the appearance of decency, the appearance of civility, they're not going to do that. They're going to be on guard. They don't want to get out of there. They don't want to be in there. But when you hate yourself and what's going to be around you, people that look like your community, that's why you do these things. And no one respecting you. You don't have anything. And you're everything, you have no assets. You have nothing to lose. That's why you have this behavior. That's my opinion. There's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Nothing to look forward to. So I'm going to get my respect. And that gun is the only respect they can get. And it's through ignorance. And then it lands them in jail. And then when something happens to you in there, you're not going to have your gun. I don't know who didn't get the memo. So this right here, can't check your emotions. Young people just throwing their lives away through engaging in derelict behavior. And the Dustinas are on board too. Ladies and gentlemen, you see the number on the screen. 1-800-577-8477. Tips. If there's a reward, I already told you. Call anonymously. Go get you a P.O. box and have it sent there. Don't tell nobody. Go get that money. Because see, if you're going to tell somebody, they're going to open up their big mouth. So-and-so told on them. Oh, yeah, the next thing you know, it might be dangerous for you. That's why it's to get a P.O. box. They even have them come to your house. They even tell your mama. Tell no one. Don't tell your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Tell no one. Get that money and invest it. Don't say nothing. Just think. Opening up your mouth could get you popped outside the house. Don't say anything. Get the money. Get a P.O. box. Cash it. And go and invest it. Don't go buy nothing. I'm going to do this and that. Where did money come from? Because time to get out, you'll have a million. You'll have so many people all on you. Especially if it's, given this economic climate. Everybody's gonna need. I don't care if it's just $5,000. You'll all be. Well, can you help me? I need my car. Well, I need my rent. Look, y'all got those problems. Go figure it out. But I would say collect the money and invest it. But this here, look on the screen. Look on the screen. A man is critically injured. All you had to do is this your cab? Who's in the cab first? Who may have called a dispute? Nobody can just walk away. They have nothing to lose. And I hate to tell you, a derelict direct person with nothing to lose, that's the worst person to be around. Anyway, thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out. Stay safe.